Flight Simulator 2020 finally came out, so I'm going to take you around for a little bit of a flight. I'm here at Sydney Airport with the weather turned on. It's pretty windy at the moment. When you land, you just remember to nose up slowly. Just make sure you don't get out of line with the runway. Just throttle up to stop the plane. So this plane's not strong enough to stop. Just switch the engine off to initiate a wind accelerated air bounce backwards down the runway. We're just going to take off again. Flight Simulator is really nice for sightseeing flights. I'm going to take you around on a nice sunny day here. Put the sun high in the sky so you can see directly into the abyss. The abyss is pretty cool, so it's kind of like a black hole. If you get too close to it, it sucks you in, so you got to watch out for that. Cool landing challenge is to try to land in the abyss down the sides of the walls. 747s go pretty quick. They're hard to slow down. I've got the flaps and speed brakes up, but it's not really making a difference. The other hard part is when you touch the walls, you go to warp speed. One thing that's pretty cool is in a couple of places they found these monoliths in the game. They kind of popped out of nowhere. Nobody really knows what the reason for them is or why they're here. They're pretty cool. So they read building data from an open source map website, and somebody put the height in as like 200 stories by accident. So now you have the monoliths. When you touch the monolith, it sometimes teleports you up to the roof. Once you're up here, there's not really much you can do. You want to make sure you're worthy though, because if you're not, your soul gets consumed. Actually, a pretty good landing challenge is land on the monolith down the side like a runway. Once you touch the runway, it kind of slows you down a lot, so you can use that to slow down before you hit the ground. If you actually look inside the building, you can see the soul of the plane that it just caught earlier. Alright, we're in a 747 now. These planes are pretty quick. We're in the South Pole right now. We're going pretty quick, but the funny thing about the South Pole is when you dip down in altitude, the camera actually is too scared to follow you, so it kind of just stays up there. I'm just flying over Australia at the moment. Right in the middle of the country is this giant rock that we call Uluru. Uluru's pretty cool. It doesn't look so big from up here, but if you were to try a walk around, it would take 3 hours to get around. It also goes 2 kilometers underground. Hit the ground to do a ground accelerated bounce boost and spin. Hey guys, Captain here. Just initiated a forwards over nose roll. So the reserve tanks are bugged at the moment. They don't fill into the main tank, so I've run out of fuel. We've completely lost engine power, so we can't really control the plane, but just switch on the APU so you get some control back. Alright, now we got power back, we're going to head to a different continent. Hey, you've probably noticed there's a bit of turbulence at the moment. I put the seatbelt light on. Alright, New York is, actually it's this way, so just do a quick quad over nose barrel spin. Now we're in New York. My computer's pretty much done for. New York looks a little bit different on Australian internet. I just gotta get a bit closer to download all the buildings. They should load in soon enough, but the closer you fly, the faster they download. So what I do is I get in between the buildings. New York's pretty cool. You can take off from all the highways and stuff. Some of the highways you gotta watch out for, like you can just clip through them. This one's solid, but it sometimes teleports you down. New York's probably like the highest detail place in the game. So I'm in a Jeep right now, and the terrain's really uneven and rocky here, but this is Times Square in New York. They've even modeled the traffic as well. I've gotten a bit of a faster plane so we can fight the wind this time. Once you're at about 50,000 feet, the wind kind of gives up, which is pretty good. So clouds are pretty cool. Just make sure you dodge the lightning. It's usually pretty infrequent that you get hit by it. Okay, it looks like the abyss has teleported us back to suck us into the pit. It looks like it wants to claim our souls for all eternity. I'm going to try pull up. Gravitational pull's pretty hard, I can't really get away. It's probably the end of the video. If you like the video, just I guess you could hit the like button. I don't know. I don't think it's going to help me out of this though. You could sub as well, but I don't really need subs. Maybe you could watch the video a second time, that'd be pretty cool.